We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark, we can give, we can hold, we can shine together. We can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark, we can give, we can hold, we can die together. The conversation, the separation, the overlooked $1 million violations.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show with Scotty Waz, Sean O,
breakaway.
and the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Yeah, I'm Scotty Waz, Johnny P. Mark with the C there. Listen, that means nothing because we're graced. You saw him during the intro if you watched on YouTube. You heard his cough on the podcast. Sean O'Connor is back, everybody. Sean P. O'Connor. Let's give it up for him.
He's never left the intro.
I haven't. I was amazed that I still was on the intro. But now people understand how important it is when the Godfather comes back.
You know, it's a lot of effort to change that intro. So
I know
you're going to stay on there forever, I think.
I probably would do that. And not that Alanis Morissette would say this, but don't you think that we started in a studio that I owned, and I'm the only one now that's not in a studio? Just want to throw that out there. A lot of us think about it.
Isn't it ironic?
You own the Lycomie's house? Wait a minute.
I owned all the equipment.
Oh, the other. Oh, okay, the equipment
and
gotcha.
the riding lawnmower.
Okay, then that's okay. I would say that's good to go.
The heat dish was Dave's though.
No. That was a very high-tech seating arrangement.
It really was.
I just want to say
perfectly suited.
I had a conversation with Johnny when he wanted to break into my email this week.
Yep.
I tried to help him out as far as setting up our possible new home. And I remember the whole idea is when Scotty used to force us to take breaks, and you had to have the top of the hour this and all this stuff, and we had to be politically correct and all that.
Look,
stuff.
we were going to get on ESPN radio sooner or later.
I remember that, and I just want to say, fuck you. We're on it. We got it. We made it.
Yeah.
This is true. We did the whole podcasting thing before it was an actual, like an iPod was a thing.
Right.
So.
And we are what we are. I know these guys have done a great job talking about hockey, and I'm on now for 2 hours to totally distract them so that they can talk about anything else but hockey, because that's what this show is founded in its roots and its principles. We are going to make the hockey show great again. That's what we're going to do.
So when baseball, Sean?
Going well. It's going well. The All-Star game the other night, that was pretty money. I will tell you this. I'm doing a camp this week. It's 104. Scotty, that's like 11 degrees. Celsius.
I'm in North Dakota, stupid. I'm back in the United States.
Close enough. When Lyle comes in, I want to make sure Lyle understands. So 104, which is like 11 degrees Celsius or whatever that conversion is that I never could figure out. But it's hot. We have a pool, so we just throw the kids in the pool. And then this is the craziest part. So we're in the camp, and hopefully nobody that has kids at my camp are there. We throw them in the pool, and the lifeguards go, "You need to supervise them." What's the point of being a lifeguard if I have to watch my kids? That's crazy. I'm paying money so that you can do my job. That's what the pool is all about. If I wanted to coach him, I wouldn't have brought him to the pool. I would have left him on the field. It's 104 degrees. My stomachs are turning because I'm fat. I'm bubbling inside. I'm almost boiling. At 120, I explode. It's as simple as that. It's just ridiculous.
It's true. I mean, when we were kids, the lifeguards at least told us not to run on the deck.
I get that. No, we got yelled at. They're like, "You need to stay by your kids and supervise them." I'm like, supervise them for what? They're in the water. They're in the kiddie pool. What are they going to do?
Is there a swimming camp at the same place, like possibly using the pool at the same time?
No, there's another daycare camp, but those people are all in the same uniform and everything. They're like, it's like Nazi.
Same speedos.
Nazi daycare. I don't know what's going on there.
Wow. Well, in this political climate, works out well. Now, Sean,
the emails.
What emails?
You see all the emails that the Canadian government wrote to Trump about making sure that the Penguins would win the Stanley Cup. The latest development out that came out about the collusion in the NHL.
Interesting how that works. I was going to ask you how you're going to feel when Jaromir Jagr signs in Washington this summer.
He's not going to. And I want to now that we should bring this up for all you people. I watched this the other day. It was on TV, and it made me absolutely sick to watch freaking Peter Bondra and his traitor ass in an alumni game for the Capitals on TV. He had a chance to stay. He didn't want to stay. I'm glad. I can't believe we're paying him to come back to alumni games. Freaking ridiculous.
They get paid for that?
I'm sure they do. They don't do it for free.
He still lives in Crofton. When he's not coaching in Europe.
He's a
Well,
traitor.
we used to referee his kids' soccer games.
Sure,
At least I used to referee his kids' soccer games.
You did?
Yeah.
And
He
you
was a
did
little
red
shit.
card. I used to be a prep.
He got a few yellow cards, but he was a lot bigger than the rest of the kids, and he used to kick
report on
people in the ankles all the time.
Wouldn't surprise me with a Benedict Arnold like that.
Wasn't Bondra the one that got on the team's the Senators' plane as they were leaving because they were in town?
At BWI's tarmac, yes. So he really
that was
did
the
it
trade
good.
that got Brooks Lake in Washington.
Yeah, it had that
Sure.
work out for us. We won so many cups.
Speaking of Brooks Lake, he got married.
I was
this
going to
week,
say,
I heard.
Mr. Julianne Hough. Is that what her name is? I don't know.
This is how
It is.
this is
It's
how
exactly.
much he was known in Baltimore. The Baltimore news station broke that Dancing with the Stars Julianne Hough got married to some hockey player. His first name is Brooks, and that's all I can say.
Is it whatchamacallit, the daughter of Jack Bauer? Isn't she whatever her name is, the Canadian she's married to?
Phaneuf?
Yeah, Phaneuf, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
married Dion Phaneuf, I believe.
Are they still married?
I believe so, yes.
Where's she? I haven't seen her on TV in forever.
Jack Bauer's daughter. I'm surprised you didn't go with the girl next door.
Girl
Ooh,
next,
true,
she was
yeah.
hot in that movie. I'll give her that.
What was the other one?
Like 18 at that time.
It's legal. It falls under the Todd Butts in by 18, out by 21 rule. So,
Get everybody back.
yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, you've talked to Todd recently. What's he up to?
Oh, have I? Oh, Todd Butts. He is loving life. As
Not that I saw Monster Mark Lance Beasley tonight.
oh, whoa!
Bring back memories.
See, I'm thinking, Sean.
Wow.
I pitched this for many a week. A 30 for 30 on Broadcast Monsters in the history.
We should have taken the money when the people wanted to buy the URL.
Well, you know, now it's some kind of Japanese or something writing on it.
You know.
What can you do? But Todd Butts is loving life, and we're still doing podcasting together. It's a great time.
Doing NASCAR?
Yeah, no, we were on radio for a bit, and then the radio station shut down. So now we're just podcasting.
The radio station closed because of your content?
I think our ratings allowed it to close down. Oddly enough, not a lot of people out in God, where is he at? I don't even know where the hell. Somewhere in California. They do not like the NASCAR. It was also on a right-wing talker, so I think that also was not.
They would have loved me because I offend everybody. They would have come, and especially in California where it's politically correct, no question. You should have had me on. I would have been a guest show. Your ratings would have been huge. I would have made Pit Stop Radio great again.
Oh, you mean in the draft with Wilson and Wallace? Yeah, it would have been great.
Pit Stop Radio.
Yeah, Pit Stop Radio died, and someone else took the URL.
Oh, what jerks!
It's all about stealing URLs these days, kids.
Come on, Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, Wilson, you home wrecker. What else has been going on?
Well, I mean, it's not like he didn't rise from the ashes after that. So
It's true.
Oh, he jumped on the ashes.
Yes, he jumped on the ashes and away he went, all the way out to the West Coast, so he would be safe.
Lying.
right outside of Phoenix, right at first.
Right outside, and then slowly crept his way in.
Well, it's Arizona. Anybody can come in when they don't build the wall.
Exactly. Poor Todd. What else is going on, Sean? We haven't seen you in, I think, a year.
Nothing much. Probably going to get married here shortly.
Oh, wow.
So
Very nice.
Jillian is 8, driving craziness throughout the thing. Interesting thing, we were in Long Island last weekend, and we went to the Children's Museum. And in the Children's Museum, they had a table. I think I sent Johnny a picture of it that actually looked like our old studio in Crofton. And Jillian's like, "What's that?" I said, "That's radio." And she goes, "Really?" I said, "Daddy used to have one of those." And she goes, "What for?" I said, "To insult people. That's why." So we went on and we did our own radio show, and it was great.
The picture that Sean sent me also, Jilly has like a piece of paper in front of her, and it looks like she's giving a live read.
She was doing a live read. She was talking. We were talking about something Pony Shack or something. I don't remember what it was.
Now here's the thing. Did that studio actually have the rules of how microphones work? Because we've been looking for that sheet for a while.
Sound travels. That one.
Yeah, the sound travels. Microphone picks up everything.
That was a Todd Butts rule. So Todd Butts could probably be able to recreate that for you.
God, I wonder if Todd Butts is around. I should text him and say, "Hey, do you want to come on? We'll have a broadcast monster."
I mean, what other hockey wise is there to talk about anyway?
I'll put it up there. There's the picture.
That's definitely a live read.
Billy doing a live read right there at the radio station.
That's awesome.
Radio studio stuff. Pretty cool. She enjoyed it. Not as good as her dad, but that's okay.
Well, who can be, in all honesty?
I do think, think about of all the training that you've taken, Scotty, in your life, and how much better I really am at it than you.
I can't say that I am better than you, Sean. That is true. Because you knew when to get out.
I did know.
To make scant appearances.
But the same part is what rundown are we at right now?
Oh, we just do by dates now. We were up to about 300 or something.
But is there still a rundown? That's guys.
Oh, absolutely there is.
I used to love those rundowns. I love them. I read them all
just
the time.
send you the rundown for this week?
Absolutely not.
I'll send you the rundown if you want.
Johnny, send him the rundown.
I mean, Sean's not going to use it, but...
Well, you guys barely use it. See, Sean, we got a nice little rundown here for you.
Basic.
Segment 1.
We got segment 1, segment 3, segment 5, and segment 8.
I think the last show I was on, Rick Tocchet got hired. I think that's...
And probably by the Coyotes, too. So...
I think I remember that show.
that makes one of us.
300
There you go. It's on the way.
On the way.
I think Scotty writes. Rundowns so that he
I've
knows
got the
what we
show
should-
log right here. So
what we should have talked about for the show.
And what we can talk about next. When was Sean?
What is the show log, by the way?
This is basically.
Is that new?
Oh God, no! This is from 2012 all the way to a couple weeks ago.
So
Scotty keeps track of what we talked about, even.
Well, I don't know why you do that,
Dude. I don't know either.
Can I ask a weird question?
Oh please.
Is there a way that we can copy the show log and sell it to people for what to read in the crapper?
No, because it's not. What we need to do is find more copies of Conquering Casino Craps and sell that on our store.
People don't know about that. If we could have sold that, if we would have had the link on Amazon, you know how much money just from Laura buying that we would have made some money? Laura would have pushed it out.
$15? Yeah.
You would have got it out there. Put it up, get the comeback, go out there, get the pass line. As a matter of fact, I saw pictures of her and her daughters. Kind of interesting. After I saw the video of you guys at the draft, before they didn't allow Americans in the draft.
Yep.
Right.
Tiny Italians. They were like, nope, sorry, you're out.
Basically, my grandma's funeral all over again. No
Right.
wops this time. They enforced
Stan
it.
was out front, and he was like, "I thought I told you no wops here loud."
Can I ask you a question? Do they applaud for the Canadian national anthem or just the American?
Just the American. I understand. I don't understand that tradition one bit. I don't. Like, I understand it's from the old stadium, but
I don't understand how it got to be a tradition because it had to insult somebody at some point. Like, who just starts clapping?
dude, I was confused when they started doing it. I'm like, what? You know, okay, the Canadian anthem was good. Okay, why are you guys still clapping? And then I yelled, "Oh!" And then I was wondering, why are you guys still clapping? So that was weird. I was taken aback by that.
I recorded it.
Did
Put it
you?
on our website.
I saw it on the
Put
web.
it on Facebook.
That's how I know about it. What do you think? I actually paid attention in the draft?
No, we know you don't.
Exactly.
I mean, I took pictures with my camera. That's what I was able to do. I did what I do.
Where is Sean's last appearance? My God.
I came on. Been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Probably around maybe Mark's wedding. There's Mark's honeymoon.
Maybe I don't know.
Oh. Well, so a
think
year
it
and
was-
a half ago.
I think it was back when there was a hockeyology. Maybe.
So we saw that prick there. What a guy that guy is. What a guy.
Do the people? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming. Are we now live on the new platform, Johnny, or not?
We are currently on Podbean still, however, putting stuff on the new platform as well. And then I believe our anniversary show on August 9th will be the first show that has ads.
So that'll be.
I still have to learn how to use their program in order to add ads into our show. So
August 9th for you people. So it's at this point it's 7/12. Not that we should date ourselves. We want people. Do we do that now? Do we tell people it's really taped at a different time that they're not watching a live show?
Oh yeah, no, the date's in the.
we're
are
currently
now.
live on YouTube.
Because we used to lie to people and say, oh, you're listening live, and obviously it was never live.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
we can't do that anymore.
sometimes we
The
lie to
internets have
ourselves,
changed.
too.
Okay, so we get people. So that means people, for all you people are all of Laura's favorites. We have 20 some days to figure out how to click on it as many times as possible to get our ad numbers up. Just want to throw it out there. Make sure you download. Make sure you go Andre 2020, whatever your name is, and whoever else that used to listen to the show. the Carolina guy that cost the curse of the Hurricane. I don't think they've won a playoff game since he guaranteed a victory and pissed me off. I mean, I really don't. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he listens to the show, and I might allow you to win another playoff game since after that, but who knows?
Might allow you to win another playoff game.
Can't believe my prediction didn't come through from this year.
You almost had
The
it.
Caps and the Canucks.
Yeah, it was a bummer. It was a bummer.
So close.
I
Every
blame it
year
on the Canucks.
Every year's a bummer.
It is. I mean, it all was let down the year when both of them didn't make the playoffs, and I still had them winning the cup.
You held true to that, and we appreciate that out of you.
I just didn't want to play your.
I was gonna wait. I have to tell Lyle as well. My phone updated, and Fortune Telling Panda no longer works.
What?
Yeah, they haven't updated it apparently since 2012. So
Interesting.
does not work on iOS 11, so we don't have a Fortune Telling Panda anymore.
That's a
What
damn
Fortune-
shame.
I don't remember Fortune Teller Panda. What do we use that for?
It was for
That was part
Lyle-
of Lyle versus Inanimate Objects, like the orb and such.
The orb. We use the orb. There can't be an orb app.
There is an orb app.
There
So-
is. Mark has an orb app.
This year,
Yeah.
I
Mark
have the Orb app.
Mark had the orb app. Johnny had the fortune telling panda, and I had Mini Oyo Stan, which is basically a small Lego figure of my dad in his form. So that's what we do this year, Sean. We were just Lyle
Yeah,
against
evolved.
everyone.
Or devolved.
We're
I'm not
evolving
sure.
with the times.
I'm just happy that Lyle finally announced how great Canada was and the United States stopped. I remember that Facebook post.
When was this?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
He talked about how happy
Today.
he lives in the States, but he loves Canada, and
But he lived in Alaska. Is that really the United States?
or something, didn't he?
What?
He lived in like Detroit or something.
No, he lived in Anchorage. I thought he lived in Anchorage all the time.
No, I thought he lived close to the Great Lakes area somewhere.
We'll have to ask.
That'll be an ask.
Yeah, that'll be the first question. Hey, did you live in Detroit, and were you the reason for their downfall?
I didn't say Detroit. I said I clarified it, the Great Lakes area. If he lived in Alaska, that's not even the United States. In Christ, they have Sarah Palin as their governor. That doesn't count.
Still?
I think she's right.
I think it's a 20-year term. So yeah, she's still there.
Either that or her daughter.
Just like the sun stays up.
Exactly.
The sun. There's a song. That's a song.
I think it's Kenny Chesney. I think Kenny Chesney does it.
You're right.
All right, so I'm trying to find Sean's last appearance, and I'm up to now September 28th, 2006. I found his last appearance, but I'm seeing if there's anything more recent. I don't know if there is.
I wouldn't have made
at least a year.
Wait a minute, you write notes? That's weird. You go back and write.
Weird. No, I write notes on the fly, Sean.
You would have written Sean showed up, or would have been hey, that asshole was here.
Whatever happened? What happens if we ever go back and create another best of?
Exactly. We've got 5 years of stuff we can do with this, Sean.
You know, I'm not listening to all this shit. Just tell me where it is.
Exactly. Somewhere here. So, Sean, are you going to move to Vegas now that they have a hockey team? You're going to be there? No?
Can I tell you that whole thing disturbed me?
Why?
Because it seemed like all McPhee did was go around and hold a gun to everybody's head and say, you will give me a draft choice, otherwise I will draft your guy. And the whole draft was like Vegas. I mean, there was like 42 Vegas picks. It was ridiculous. Every time I turned on the TV, it was Vegas. And their logo sucks. It's horrible.
Oh, you're not a fan.
I'm not.
As a fan, he's not a fan, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to go to their game. Their opener. I do not know if I will ever show up in the arena, but I'd like to make a point of going at least Vegas to that.
You just want to go to Vegas. It has nothing to do with the team.
Well,
I found the last check-in.
Yeah. Good point. DeMatha plays in Vegas this year. They open on ESPN.
Oh,
Who
nice.
scheduled that game?
So I could do that.
Did you have a hand in scheduling that game?
I had no hand in scheduling. They play Bishop Gorman, #1 team in the country on ESPN. So
when is that?
Labor Day weekend, or maybe the weekend before.
Nice.
Somewhere in either August or September, one of those 2 days.
Be dialing. So, Sean O. last checked in.
Okay.
August 10th, 2016, for the 15th anniversary show.
That's what you are correct. That is why I showed up.
Yes. Before that, it was January 1st, 2015.
Because the Winter Classic, I got effing bored and I watched it and I decided to talk to you guys. Yep.
We did a 3-hour show.
Yep.
Because
I feel like we were drunk.
I'm pretty sure we were.
I was just bored.
Yeah. And that was a star-studded show. We had Sean O. We had Lyle, we had Sasky, we had Greg Wyshynski, we had.
I came to the end of that show. Like it was supposed. I was like towards the end, and I prolonged it on. And I think Sasky, I remember her being on the show, and then getting pissed off at me because I asked her about a blooming onion. And that pissed her off.
I'm pretty certain you also called her a criminal, but that's neither here nor there.
Her whole relatives are criminals. She couldn't explain to me how she wasn't a criminal. She came over. She's not indigenous. She came over as a criminal from the British Isles. She's a criminal, no question. She is not paid for her sins. Sorry.
Oh Jesus! This is the best show ever. This is what we need more summer shows of.
Did you, Sean? Did you know that Sasky works for the Toronto Maple Leafs now?
That's great. Maybe she could help you out to get into the freaking no hoser league or whatever it's called.
She didn't even. She didn't go either. She was in Australia.
That's nice. Now I will say this: one of my kids just got released by the Phillies, and they're talking about signing to go play in Australia for winter ball. And I told him,
but it's their summer ball,
right? Well, it's in January and December or whatever it is. I don't know what time it is. But my point to the kid was, he said, "Well, I don't know if I want to do it." I'm like, "Have you lost your mind? You can go out there. You get all the bread's awesome there. I mean, there's no question in Australia the bread is money. The
That's
steak's
true.
awesome. The shrimp
Yep.
on the Barbie, the bloomin' onions, the cheese fries. Why would you not want to live there in the outback?
It's true. It's kind of true. Aside from the fact that everything can kill you.
That's fine.
You live in the outback.
It's no different than Baltimore.
It's
Fair.
true. He's
That's
got a point.
fair point. Or Philly, for that
Outback's
matter.
safe. I've never had any problems in the outback. It's always been safe.
Then you haven't been to the one in Laurel.
The new one in Laurel, or the old one in Laurel?
The one that's attached to the Holiday Inn, right by the rink.
Oh, that's
Off-
closed.
Is it? That's a
Yeah,
shame.
that's now a all-American steakhouse.
Speaking of things that are closing, the Steak and Shake by my house is closing, Sean.
Is it really?
Well, that lasted
Yeah.
2 years.
I've yet to eat there. Number one.
Yeah.
Wait, apparently a lot of people.
I
have-
remember when you. I remember when you were really excited that they were
I was.
building that.
I think that was on the last show. To be honest with you, I was talking
Very
about
possible.
going there. But I heard some negative feedback about the owner, and the opening weekend it was like a 4-hour line just to get a damn milkshake. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it didn't get a whole lot better actually in 2 years.
And Steak and Shake is not good. Their customer service is not good. You're just in the
As a
South.
whole, or just that one?
As a whole. I mean, if you go to Fredericksburg, you go to any of those places, you're waiting an hour in line to get food. It's just 4 o'clock in the morning. Most people are drunk. I'm fat, so it's got nothing to do with me being drunk. I just really want a milkshake. That's really what it comes down to. I'll wait 4 hours for a milkshake at 4 o'clock in the morning. Most people have to be drunk for that. I'm just fat for that.
All right. I'm glad we covered that. I don't think anybody fought you on you being drunk or fat. I'm saying, but they don't say with me, they have to fight that. Are you drunk or are you fat? You know I'm drunk, apparently, if I say, how dare you, sir, constantly while stumbling out of a bar.
Is that a new one?
That's the new tell.
And if you have pants on, you're definitely not drunk.
That's true. But if you get out of the lift and then puke, unlike in Montreal, where you puke on the cab driver, that's progress.
Amore.
Yes, exactly. There we go. Johnny, what the hell happened to your hair?
I cut it. I finally I got off because the sides were being like weird. The person who cut my hair last time did a really terrible job, I think, and the sides were just being poofy little bastards. So I took my clippers to it and I cut it.
And there you
So
have it.
it'll grow back. I mean, it'll probably be poofy again in like 3 weeks.
Fair enough. Just caught me for a loop. And like Johnny had a lot of hair last week, and now he doesn't. Confused.
Yeah, I cut it right before the show actually, because I figured I use YouTube in order to see how it looks. But then if it looked really bad, I was going to change it up. But
Guess
I mean,
what?
it looks fine.
Sports Clips does the same thing. So I think you're saving a lot of money that way.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah, I
Mark,
saved $18.
what's new with your life?
With who? Me?
Mark, what's going on with you?
Oh, Mark.
Life's good,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, Mark's got a
I've got a
Mark's got a
son
tiny
on the
one
way.
coming.
Yeah.
I see pictures all the time. Are we excited?
Yeah, very much so. We got the room's getting set up. Brittany got me a book. That
Chicken soup for the
I was gonna
thunderstorm.
plan on reading a little later.
Oh, nice.
Darth Vader and his son.
Okay.
nice. I thought it was maybe like conquering fathering craps or something.
No.
Conquering baby craps and how to put diapers on.
And you realize that you will no longer sleep for the next 18 years of your life?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, just check.
But yeah, we're prepared for all of that. I actually saved up quite a bit of vacation in preparation of all of this. So, and I know it's not going to be nearly enough, but we shall see. But we are very excited. Everything's going along well.
Very good.
We're about to start week 30, I believe, or week 29. So we're getting there.
What is the
win?
Mhm.
The due date's when?
October 6th.
Okay.
Oh, just in time for the hockey season to start.
That's it.
Well,
Is it October yet?
That's true. You can use that hashtag and get away with it because you're a baby. You're not one of these idiots who doesn't have a life outside of hockey.
But then all my
they're
stuff's going to be
also
lumped in
babies.
with their crap.
That's true. But you'll get more pub for the new baby pits.
It's true.
So-
Very, very true.
So is your hashtag going to be drop the pits?
Hopefully not. I don't want to drop them. It's not like a new mixtape.
I know that. I mean, you want trust me. Babies are fine. They bounce. Nothing really happens for a while. You know, they're big goo balls. I can tell you that. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Hey, just because it's an Italian baby doesn't mean you got to go call
That's
him
true.
names. Call him a name. I just say he's gonna be a goo ball.
Yes. No. That's the name, Sean. That's the name you called him.
But yeah,
That's good.
Things are good. Very, very good.
Good.
How is the crap?
And you
and me and who?
You and the Fighting Sioux. How are you doing out there?
Oh, we're just loving life right here. So much to do in North Dakota in the summertime.
So much to see.
I know. I saw you at a collegiate baseball game or something.
No, it's independent league. We watched the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks and the St. Paul Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, so independent ball, about an hour away. Not too shabby, especially since the program shut down here. So yeah, no, it's been we actually have an application in for a new apartment, so we might be moving soon. So a new studio will be coming.
There used to be a rookie league team there at Sioux Falls. I thought
that's South Dakota. That's the good Dakota.
Okay.
That has all the things, including the president's heads.
That's not the same state, though. The ones in South aren't the same.
No, sadly.
You have to wear different color hats in North Dakota and South Dakota.
How do you
like
know,
gray and blue or no?
Is there something you go over that tells you you're no longer in North Dakota and now you're in South Dakota?
Yeah, tracks.
They start calling it pop. They start calling it Coke instead of pop. I think that's where you cross that line.
I didn't know. Is there a river? Or is there anything? I mean,
no, it's just imaginary lines. The river's the border between Minnesota and North Dakota. So you go over the Red River and you're Minnesota or North Dakota.
Because I missed that whole episode of how the states got their shape on North Dakota and South Dakota.
Yeah, no, it's a river. It's a river and then it's a boundary
line. Not on Netflix anymore, so
that's a shame.
You know, it's one of those things.
No, apparently Lincoln wanted to have North and South Dakota combined for the biggest state full of nothing. But that apparently was declined. But here we are.
Yeah, Joe Montana was very much against that because he wanted the state with the biggest amount of nothing.
Exactly. Well, no, that's Wyoming. Wyoming is the state with the biggest amount of nothing. I think there's 6 people that live in that state.
Why?
Oming. That's why.
Yeah, see, I just set him up and Scotty keeps hitting him out.
It's great.
Ohio.
Bloop singles all the time. But no, it's been fun going to these games and teaching Jen baseball because she doesn't know baseball.
How do you not know baseball? What's wrong with her?
She's NHL history girl, Sean.
Not knowing baseball.
She just doesn't know baseball.
How do you not know baseball? What's wrong?
She doesn't know baseball, Sean. I don't know. She's just learning now the 1919 White Sox through the series. So
allegedly.
Well, she saw the documentary with Charlie Sheen and D.B. Sweeney. So
all this is that was good. That was very good. So is a lot of this stuff like new? Like, can you show her Field of Dreams and it'll be like a brand new movie?
How far is Field of Dreams from you, by the way? Yeah, that's a good question, John.
That's in Iowa.
That's in Iowa. Yeah, that's a couple states away.
It's like what? But North Dakota's not that. It's like what? 5-minute drive?
It's like 6 inches.
Yeah,
it's not definitely not that far.
Sean Quest allows you to have a 5-minute drive from here to Des Moines.
I mean, if you zoom out far enough, it fits on my 24-inch monitor. It can't be that far away.
There's another thing that people should learn about Sean Quest. They don't know about that.
Sean, if we can find, I know how to find the glossary. Look at me. By the way, Sean, when we were perusing broadcastmonsters.com and the funness that was, we found Pit Stop Radio's Scotty Waz Weekend in Glen Burnie, which was a hoot and a holler. That was it was great. It was great times for me and Todd.
Does that go by the show that you used to do in the mornings where you would talk?
Oh, the late morning show with me and Dave.
I thought that was the Polar Bear Report.
No, that was Dave.
Well, Dave appeared sometimes on the morning show because he lived there, so that helped.
Was it called the morning show? Is that what it was called?
Yes, it was called the morning show.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No wonder you dropped out of college. How could you have done a show in the morning when you were in college in another state?
No, first off, I dropped out of college because I'm lazy and stupid. Second of all, driving to PG County in the summer morning is not that good when you have central air and you walk outside and you're already sweating. So
The garage had no air conditioning, that's for sure.
no, the garage barely had much of anything in there.
I was trying to remember the address of our old studio the other day because I found somebody that lived on Fenrick Road, and it scared me that I thought they might have lived in the house that we did our show on. Like, I really can't find anywhere of where we lived as an address.
In Lanham?
The
No,
Crofton or the Lanham?
The Crofton address.
The Crofton one, I guarantee you that if I took off in the right direction, I could end up there. Like, literally, like, just drive to the front of that place.
You probably could.
But what I'm saying is I got an address from a kid that lived on Fenway at Lane or whatever it was. And I'm almost...
I mean, I'll just drive there one day, and I'll tell you what the address is.
I was almost positive it was the address. And that was gonna freak me out because I was gonna tell the kid I did a show I used to do a show in your... I once lived there.
You can't tell a kid that.
all I have to do is, I mean, if I get close enough, right, the FM transmitter will kick in, and then I'll be able to tell which house.
I wish I knew where the FM. There's so much stuff there's so much stuff that we had, like, that was so cool.
Do you know where do you still have the original external hard drive that has like the Yager clips and like all of our old shows?
I have the external hard drive. It is in a storage closet somewhere. I think it's in.
This is like just one step short of where the world is Carmen Sandiego.
I think it's in my parents' garage outside.
Okay, I'm sure it's still fine.
I think it's only 104 tomorrow, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, the integrity.
I have I think I have like 7 years of shows that I downloaded from iTunes.
On that?
On my external hard drive. But you had all the original shows on the external.
I had a tape of the originals, I thought, at one point. Like it was on a DVD or something. Don't you remember something like that, guys?
That was the first season.
Yeah.
You sent us all the first season in zip.
Okay.
And you also gave us the DVD of the Ottawa trip.
Oh, God.
Talk about?
Well, yeah, there was.
Yeah, the one that only people that still listen to the show and the four of us know exists.
No, wasn't there a trip we had to take down? Mark forced us to take down out of good conscience or something?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it was the
Ottawa
trip
trip was never shown. It had nothing to do with Mark. The Ottawa trip was just never shown.
It had nothing to do with Mark, but Mark forced us because he had a conscience to take it down.
That's true. Mark did have a conscience.
I don't remember forcing anything.
You said
I might have done that.
That's
on
because you were
someone's
passed
behalf.
out on the couch.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
I have no idea. I've lost my head of what happened in the show, but I distinctly remember you saying we should take it down for some reason.
Interesting.
You still have the DVD somewhere?
I don't.
I do.
You do. Am I off base somewhere on this? In some part, like 5%, there's the truth in here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure.
5%. Yeah, no, I think we're good.
I'm
we don't remember.
I'm in my 40s now. I'm starting to lose my mind, so I have no hair left. So my mind's the next thing to go.
This is true. That's all. It's always how it happens.
Yeah. So who do we need to make fun of tonight? We need to make fun of the Caps, the NHL.
Ted Nolan's coaching the Polish national team. There's that.
Really?
That little nugget came out today.
Wow. Look at that little Indian
go. He's gonna. He's not wrong. He is going to make the Polacks as good as the Latvians. So congratulations, Ted Nolan.
What year have the Latvians had their World Cup with the Bears yet? Has that happened?
What's that?
The Latvians, the Dancing Bears.
They actually, that is their national game. That is their outdoor game every year.
What, the Bears dance?
Yeah, the Bears dance on ice. It's a great time.
No, seriously. Has that World Cup happened yet, or did that never happen?
I don't think it happened.
When they were teaching them how to ice skate?
Right, exactly. Has that happened?
That has. I don't think that's happened, Sean.
I'd have to look through Wikipedia to see if Latvia had a world championship recently.
We have tons of people And these are the things I've thought about in my 15 years, in retrospect, in my 30 and 30 of the Face Off Hockey Show, of things we talked about that I remember, and I'm not quite sure if they ever happened or if I was just really high on Mountain Dew. I'm not really positive.
Yep. Mountain Dew's a hell of a drug.
Both are very valid excuses.
I'll tell you what, I was playing wiffle ball the other day in camp. I am so out of shape, and it really was trouble to get to first base. Like, really, I was like, you know what, I'm just out.
Did you have to leg out a single? Like, what were you
I-
running for?
I stopped halfway. I let the 8-year-old get me out. At that point, pitch. I am a
At that
home run.
point, it's really.
Because I
Just
really
don't tell
don't have
him he made a
set-
show in his basement and you'll be fine.
That's true.
I'm actually terrified at some point that I find out that he lives there.
What
He's
was
like,
the room?
yeah, we bought this house, but it had a very weird basement. There's like an extra room in there.
An extra room. There's a towel in there that Chris Poisel left. You know, there's a whole bunch.
It's like, and we found a copy of Top Golf 2003, which was weird. I don't even know if we have that Xbox. What is it, Xbox?
Xbox Live, right? No, it was Xbox. What do we have? 360? Which one do we have?
That was the original Xbox.
There was a PS2 in there too.
I got a Wii. We just set up for Jilly a Wii the other day. We did dance something. One of the dance party things. Almost had a heart attack. It was ridiculous.
They don't write that on the back of the of the cartridge.
They
We
really
did
don't.
something. It was like the Survivor.
I almost think they should.
Then she kicked my bowling. I'm like, this is crazy. So then
Is that the first time she's ever seen a Wii? Like the game?
we used to have one at the old house. I don't think Jamie let her play with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows? That we played. I played her in baseball and I pounded her, and then life went back in order.
That's
I
right.
think I had like 10 home runs.
How many home runs? You hit 10 home runs?
I think I had 10. She wasn't happy with me.
Well, listen. Sometimes kids got to learn.
Hey, the last time that Jilly wasn't happy, she threw what was that? The sippy cup through the TV.
If you come through the TV, you know what? And I remind her of that when I watch her play soccer. Her soccer 72-0 this year. It was the worst soccer team I've ever seen in the history of soccer. And I'll call them out. Perry Hall Soccer Recreation was atrocious. And my daughter would come back every game, and I'm looking at her to say, please tell me you don't like this. Please. Did you have fun today? Yeah, I had a blast. Jillian, seriously. Have fun. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Smalls.
They don't even have snacks. We're getting more butt speed. You're not getting snacks. What's fun about this? I don't know.
We're not getting snacks. Oh man, I have missed this.
That is the best part of soccer.
Is it? Hold on, Holly Hill Lane. Is that?
No, we lived on Fenwick Road. Holly Hill Lane. I don't even know where that is. You must have.
Are you looking on Google Earth right now?
Listen, I may or may not be.
No.
I'm trying to think of what's familiar.
We,
It was
I'm
in
trying
the
to remember
middle.
how the hell to get there.
it was Fenway Road.
We turned left on Johns Hopkins off of Route 3. Turned left off Johns Hopkins and then went back through that neighborhood.
Mm.
Right. It's Fenway Road. I know exactly where it was, and the other one was Cipriano Road. I know the two streets. I just don't know what the house number is.
Ah.
And I'm scared to look because I really do think this kid lives in the house. I really do.
It'd be really great if he did.
No, it wouldn't be a nightmare.
It'd be fantastic.
You know how? Do you remember how hard it was for us to
All
get
right,
that couch inside that place?
Couch
Oh,
inside?
God. Yeah.
Didn't we have to take it out, or did we leave it there?
I don't remember. I had moved.
remember?
I had moved by that point.
I don't remember. Actually, I do think that we had to take it out because I think at one point we just kind of like threw it on the yard and we're like, we don't care if it gets dirty.
Like we broke it, right, to get it out or something?
Probably.
Or did we break it to get it in?
Mm.
No, that was the one downstairs that me and you did, Johnny. When we brought it down my house, we broke that one
Yeah.
definitely. Damien
perfect.
hit us at that one. Where we almost had the couch there for the rest of the house because we couldn't get around the corner. That was almost a disaster.
Right. When I was like stuck downstairs.
Right. You were underneath it, and that was, yeah. Sean and Johnny's moving service. Definitely not acquired as far as a good Yelp.
Yeah, you guys should use us.
We're good.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
We will lead to your alimony payment every day. Sean and Johnny.
Hey, let me see.
Are you still looking? Are you close?
I think I might. Yeah, I think I might.
It was
be
a
close.
townhouse on the corner, like on the curve of the road.
It's like the third house.
It was the third or fourth house in. Because I'm trying to look at the sideways and what place didn't have good drainage. Because that place was terrible for drainage.
I'm surprised that basement never flooded.
Right?
It did in the underneath, right? Leading up. Didn't we have to jump over top of it one time to get in?
We had to jump over a lake.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Yep. It was after a snowstorm, I believe.
Good
it all melted.
And now,
all right, so there's 2 tin houses here.
Now people are coming to us amazed that the show has continued. That's
yeah, I am. I'm amazed.
I'm amazed you guys still have something to talk about. Personally,
we've had people who are full time in this industry literally ask us how we did podcasting back in 2001.
ESPN was wondering. The Todd Vader.
How did you podcast in 2001? What is that?
What do you mean? Like they didn't know how to do it, or like what was their question?
They didn't think it was a thing in 2001.
Yeah, the technology didn't exist yet.
I mean, the technology didn't exist.
iPods came out like 2 months after we started our show, so that's at least
iTunes. We're the #1 show in iTunes. I think we're still up there, aren't we?
We're top 5. Yeah. iTunes wasn't a thing until like 2003. So
I don't know. I just remember when we got that guy on all the time. That's when the show hit the next level.
January 9th, 2001, iTunes beat us to the market by 8 months.
Right. We were like top, exactly.
You were country before country was cool.
Lyle, did you live in the Great Lakes region?
However,
briefly. Very briefly.
Fair enough.
Very, very briefly.
Exactly.
Rule number 1: Sean is always right.
Remember the rules. I knew there was a time. I remember that. In what part? Like Chicago, Detroit area?
No. Canada, dude. Just up from Lake Ontario.
Oh, he did. Oh, he didn't live in the States in the Great Lake region. He
Not in the Great Lake region. No, but I lived in Alaska for 4 years.
Hey!
Yes, it does.
Alaska doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No,
come on. You had the greatest vice presidential candidate ever come out of that state. Come on.
Now we're going to count Puerto Rico too. Come on. Really?
No, Alaska and Hawaii, the freak states. That's what the Simpsons called them.
Because Puerto Rico beat the USA in basketball that one year.
But no, I lived in the Great Lakes region, like Canada side, but not. But no, my time living in the States was in Alaska. I also spent a couple of months in Hawaii and traveled around like half a dozen other states too, but that doesn't count as living. That just happened to be there.
Point you lived on the Great Lakes side. So okay, I was wrong. First time.
Not really, just not on the American side. You
refer to rule number 2.
You get half a point. You get half a point for that, Sean. By the way, it's good to see you again, man.
Refer to rule number 1.
Yeah, how's the baseball going?
It's 104, so that's what, like 11 degrees Celsius for you?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. Yeah. When you convert it from American into American temperature.
Canadian, it's like 11, right? Yeah. No, it's hot.
Wow.
Wow. Going well. I wanted to give you a shout out. I don't know if you saw in the news the Canadians won the basketball, the 19 under, the World Championships.
That's right. They did.
So the guy on that team, Nate Darling, went to my high school at DeMatha High School.
Cool. So, small world, man.
He just needed a DeMatha kid to win Canada's first gold medal in basketball. Go figure.
There you go.
Sometimes you need to. Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just one.
Well, the only way we can win in basketball is we have to have people who used to go to school in the States who then move to Canada and they bring their basketball know-how up here to us, because we're just a bunch of hosers, man, who just, we see a ball, we just want to hit it with a curved stick. You know, we don't understand.
I understand. And then you're sending emails to our president telling them to let Sidney Crosby win a Stanley Cup. Conspiracies that we have between the Russians and the Canadians and what's going on in this country. It's nuts.
Oh, it's just crazy, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
In a oh shit, I hope the world doesn't blow up as a result of this entertaining, but entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah.
Entertaining
like
big,
Sudden
you know.
Death was for a
Hey,
Penguins
we're
fan.
all safe except Scotty. That nuclear South Korea is not even getting close, except maybe Scotty.
That's right. You're absolutely right, because I saw that that made-for-TV movie way back in the day called The Day After, and yeah, everybody there in that area was toast. Like literally toast. They showed them becoming toast on screen. So
exactly. I feel fine and confident here in DC. And
Don't worry, that massive piece of ice just broke off of Antarctica. It won't get to us at least for 5 years.
exactly.
And it's the size of Delaware, so you know there's at least one kind of Chick-fil-A or McDonald's in there, because Delaware is just a giant travel plaza.
That's true.
Actually, up here in Canada, because of course, if you say, "Oh, it's the size of Delaware," Canadians don't know what the hell you're talking about. So on the Canadian news up here, they say it's the size of Prince Edward Island. So yes, my home province. Yes.
Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you,
Lyle.
Thank you.
I just pulled a Sean Leahy.
And then on the sports channel, the Rough Riders have beaten the Rough Riders tonight.
Exactly, by a rouge.
Oh, my God.
Good times, man.
FYI,
The
we
old
might
crew
not
is
have
back.
beaten iTunes to market, but we did beat the iPod to market November
There you
10th,
go.
2001.
Sweet.
So
By
people
2
could
months.
download it to their computers, but then they couldn't take it with them.
I mean, I understand the comment of like, how were you doing this that long ago? But the fact that we were doing it that long ago makes it kind of like, why weren't other people doing it? I mean, I don't know, Lyle, were you on any? Did you remember people doing podcasts?
No, you guys were the first. Seriously. Until you guys contacted me, I didn't even know this concept even existed. Like broadcast monsters and all this stuff. I didn't know any of this stuff was going on. And I was just hungry for any modicum of fame I could get. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be on anything. Sure. We talk hockey and porn. Great. Wonderful.
That was actually basement.
Really?
Yeah. Well, when Scotty always said that we'd reached the blue hour, I always thought he was just talking language, but evidently there was more to it than that. So
Yeah, I mean, we did read Hockey Erotica for almost an entire year.
that's true. Yeah.
By the way, the fact that Jen's able to find these books in thrift stores is hilarious. Like the actual, actual books, it's tremendous.
I know. It certainly broadened our horizons for a year. That's for darn sure. Especially when Scotty read it in the voice of the angry janitor. That was fantastic.
Angry janitor, the best janitor.
Oh, absolutely.
Sean gets so choked up over it. I am trying to find the Face Off Hockey Show glossary, and I am because that's where we have all our stupid, wacky bullshit.
Don't we have a website, or do we still have a website? Is that down? Is that up to?
No, we still have a website. Our website's good. It's just a matter of finding it. Yeah, Sean. I'm finding the website. It's a matter of finding the website.
Okay, knock yourself out.
I'm finding.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Well, while he's doing that, since we've now reached the point of the off season where we don't care if we talk hockey or not, Sean, your picks for the World Series. Go.
World Series. I'm going to take the Nats.
Okay.
Because and after that, I'm going to take probably the Mariners, because they're as close to Seattle or Vancouver as any team.
There you go.
That'll be my
There you go. Well, since the Blue Jays are destroying the Canadian dream of a third straight in the playoffs for the third straight year, because of my location, the nearest team after the Jays is the Red Sox. So I'm going to pull for the Red Sox. Anybody who beats the damn Yankees, we don't care. But yeah, naturally, you pull for the Red Sox. We have no Expos. I don't cheer for the Nats because they're not the Expos. No, they're not the Expos. Sorry, they're the Nat. No. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
The-
It's the same as people in Winnipeg didn't transfer their allegiance to Phoenix when the original Jets left and became the Coyotes. So sorry. The Nats, who are they? An expansion team? I don't know. My beloved Expos died in 2004. So
Gentlemen.
Okay.
I found the Face Off Hockey Show glossary.
Great. Fantastic.
Ooh.
This ought to be good.
Did you see the thing about the first Expo game? I think it was on ESPN. They were talking about the fact that they didn't have a stadium. It was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
And I was amazed.
That was based in part. It was buddy put out a book a couple of years ago on the history of the Expo. I can't think of the guy's name.
It was Jonah Carey.
Yes, and it was fantastic. And you're right. I mean, the fact that they really did the original Expos ownership really did kind of bullshit their way into that. Oh sure, we're gonna have a ballpark. Don't you worry. Yeah, we're gonna build it right away. And oh boy, but yeah, they definitely had an exciting, brief but exciting history. And for the longest time, geez, they were Canada's team.
Oh, yeah.
When the Blue Jays came into the league, nobody cared. Here in Canada, we were all, because this was back, the Expos, this was back at Gary Carter and Warren Cromartie and Steve Rogers and Andre Dawson. Yep, Timmy Raines. Oh, yeah, like that guy, that was a team. Oh,
Tim Wallach.
Yes. Oh, you laugh, but yes. Chris Spears for
Tim Wallach and
Chris Spears, for God's sakes. I mean, man.
Jamie Moyer.
Kenny Reardon Kenny Reardon was our closer. I mean, it was good times, man. For 5 years, the Expos ruled, and then they could have ruled again in the early '90s until they shut down. That team in '94, they were on a collision course with the Yankees in the World Series, my friends. Absolutely, and yeah, thank you for a strike, and that was the death knell, and yabba dabba do.
Did you see they're selling hats now?
To the Yankees, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Did you see they sell a hat now, Lyle, that has the 1994 World Series patch on the side of an Expos hat?
I would buy that.
I think they have it at lids.ca. You can.
I will absolutely buy that, because in my alternative universe, the Expos did win the World Series. There was no strike, and the Expos kicked the Yankees' ass, swept those Moths in 4 straight games to win, and create the new dynasty that totally crushed the Jays. Yeah.
I think Scotty played it on What If Sports. I think that's they did win it.
That's funny. I went to that site a couple weeks ago, and it's still up and running. So, it's the best.
Oh.
Anyway, you got our glossary there, Scotty.
I have a glossary.
Yes.
The 200-point swing is a glossary. A man with a cat on his chest is part of the glossary.
I remember that. That was the Dufferin.
Is that me?
No, it's the Dufferin guy. The Dufferin is a glossary.
Hair herpes, I imagine.
Hair herpes is there. Go back to Russia oats.
Yes, that was a great cat. That game.
That was a great cat.
How about Nothing Against Cancer?
No, Nothing Against Cancer is not on here.
Oh,
Momaculus is. Momaculus is a Shawnism that's used to describe something that is amazing or unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for those damn cancer uniforms, we would have won the cup.
It was the sticker.
Win the cup. We didn't even win the game for those stupid cancer uniforms. So bitter about
that. The Shawno rookie theorem. That no matter how good a rookie is at the start of the season, there will be a dark horse rookie to tear it up in the second half to win the Calder Trophy. In addition, Jason Spezza is always in the running.
True.
What's that?
Who won the Rookie of the Year this year?
Austin Matthews,
and it wasn't even close.
But he scored in the first game.
Well, he scored 4 in the first game, and that was it. He won the award right after that. Didn't matter what anybody else. No, but it wasn't even close. Patrick Laine, I mean, had a couple of good runs there, and Zach Werenski, but nah. Ultimately, Matthews was never in danger of not winning that award.
The unfunny route of comedy is here.
Ooh.
And of course, the Three Brothers trade.
Greatest trade in the history of sports.
You didn't speak that whole show, Scotty. You were so pissed off. Was it Mark?
No, it was Mark.
It was me.
Mark?
Yeah, Scott was involved in the trade. I was
the commissioner. I was the one who got a burger out of it.
Break
meal, and then
Break that trade down again.
So here we go.
Yes.
During the trade deadline of the 2002-2003 Face-Off Hockey Show Hockey League season, there was a deal in principle between Sean O and Johnny P, but the deal was somewhat one-sided as Sean was out of the playoff picture. To sweeten the deal, Johnny threw in dinner at Three Brothers Pizza and Subs at the Bowie Town Center to help sway the commissioner.
Shrimp Parmesan.
To help Johnny cut Scotty in on the deal, which made it a one-sided deal go through. That was to the chagrin of Mark, who was battling for the playoffs and had a deal set up with Sean that had not been accepted yet. Upon hearing the new deal and bribery, Mark was irate, but it was too late for him to do anything to help keep his own deal.
Okay, what would if you could have, Mark? What would you have done to up the ante to sway it? Because Johnny had already offered dinner. What were you going to do?
Was there a Chick-fil-A even there yet? I don't think a Chick-fil-A was even there yet, but it would have been Chick-fil-A.
I'm pretty certain that I got Jason Spezza and Daniel Alfredson out of that trade.
I'm looking it up.
Are you going to try and find it?
I'm going to try to find it.
Yeah, Jason Spezza and Daniel Alfredson, both when they were both still well. Spezza was just starting out, and Alfredson was in his prime.
He might have been Rookie of the Year that year.
Spezza's third rookie year.
His third rookie year.
True.
No, I think that was his first one, Sean. I think that was his first one, but his second one, yeah, the year after was his second rookie year. Oh God.
The Three Brothers trade still one of the greatest.
Three Brothers trade.
It is the best trade.
I missed out on all that. That's why I wanted you to break it down. I was like, wow. This was still very early, and when I was only making like sporadic appearances. I think I was only on like once a month.
This was Crofton. This was
2002-03. You were a part of the every week at that point, sir.
Oh, okay.
You probably don't
sure?
remember it because
I think Lyle was still every other week because Kevin.
Yeah, I was every other week at that point. That was the first season you got. Yeah, because I remember you guys had me on midway through that season, and then you had me back on again like about 2 or 3 weeks later, and it went so well again, and then we decided every couple of weeks, and then by the following season we agreed to every week.
We decided, all right, well, Lyle's here now, so let's do it this way.
All right, so are we talking, what year you think this was? 2003?
2003.
All right. Let's see here if we can see what
Did you
transactions.
find trades?
You're
I'm
really
trying to see all transactions.
First of all, you really think any player matters in this trade?
Oh, here we
No.
go. Here we go. I got it. December 31st, this trade was
No.
agreed to. Yeah.
No, because it was the trade deadline. We definitely had.
Oh, you know what? All of these say December 31st. So
Oh, okay.
this can't be the deal. Superfan number 99, which was Johnny P,
That was
That's my team.
receives Martin Havlat, Doug Waite, and Sergei Zubov. And in return, Johnny P sends back Mark Bell. Anybody care to venture a guess what team and what position he played?
He played for Chicago, and he was a right wing.
I'd say it's Toronto in a right wing.
John? Sean doesn't remember. Anaheim left wing.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Jeez,
Way
okay.
off.
Yeah.
Also sending back Radek Dvorak, Dan Hamhuis, and Sean Horcroft.
That's actually not a lopsided deal at all.
I don't
That
think
might
that's
not
the
have
deal,
been.
Mark.
I don't think
might
that
not
was
have
that.
been the
Yeah,
deal or the deal.
that's actually not too
Yeah,
bad.
I know
I
Daniel
mean,
Alfredson was part of this deal.
for those players back then, I mean, some of them were some were just starting out like Hamhuis, and some of them like Doug Waite were still like very much in his prime.
Okay, so it might not have been 2003 then.
Well, because 2003 was 2003-04 in that season. So the year that they have starts with the. It could have been that year actually.
Well, that definitely would have been Spezza's second rookie year. So.
Let's go the year that ended right before. It might have been the year that ended right before the
Before the lockout.
the lockout, but Overload
Well, that would have been
won that
2000.
year.
That would have been 2003.
I
There
think
would have been.
who cares if the players were? What were you going to give me other than?
I don't even know who was on my team. I was gonna. You know what?
I also went deep. I went right with shrimp parmesan. If I remember correctly.
That was right off the hop.
Oh yeah,
You won that
didn't
year.
play
right?
around. Like you didn't even start with an appetizer. You jumped right in with
He
shrimp
did
parmesan.
If I
first off,
remember,
he went right for the franchise tag. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I want to find out.
yeah, if I remember correctly, I also went and picked it up.
That was.
And brought it
I
back
think
to
that
the
was the other
studio.
part. Is I wasn't leaving the couch. No question.
No, and what happened is he took.
I remember that I got shrimp parmesan for Sean, and then Scotty was walking into the studio while Sean and I were making the deal. And then I looked at Scotty and I go, what do you want for dinner to pass this trade? And we told him the trade, and Scotty was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And then he told me what he wanted for dinner, and I went and picked up everything.
Exactly, it was great.
And poor Mark,
So-
meanwhile.
So,
Oh,
but you didn't.
Well,
Did
he
you
showed
win
up at
that
the
league?
studio
Did
late.
you win that year? Because I
No,
can't
I
find the
didn't.
year that you won.
I didn't. I did not win.
I think it was
Why did-
actually. I think the year is off because I think it was in Crofton.
He
And I
didn't
think it
win.
was-
He didn't win.
No, he
You
didn't.
said it was the jinx of the trade. You laughed.
Well, here's what happened. If it is that deal, which I think it is, because no other trades before that happened.
Yeah.
And what happened is they met off in the playoffs because it was a 4-5 matchup. Mark won on a tiebreaker.
Yes. That's absolutely. Look, it absolutely
Yes.
is what happened.
Because Mark was so angry because I was playing him in the playoffs. That was why he was so
Yes,
angry.
and that's what. And so he won in a tiebreaker, and then subsequently lost to me, getting demolished as I went on to win that season.
Yeah. Are you looking at the page that I'm looking at right now?
I probably am. Yep.
Yes.
He
So
came
yeah.
in third that year.
Yep.
All I remember is the shrimp parm, and I don't really care less about the playoffs personally.
Well, yeah, Sean, you didn't make it. I don't even think you were in the consolation.
Tell you what, I might be the George McPhee.
That was
man.
also the year. Didn't we print out all of our teams on 18 by 11 paper with their pictures next to them and hang them on the wall?
We kind of
in the
did.
studio.
Yeah, we kind of did that. We kind of had a lot of time on our hands.
Wow. Yeah, you guys went all in.
So, Lyle, what do you think of the Vegas uniforms personally?
The away jersey. My wife and I really like it. We really like it. We could totally rock that away jersey. The home one, it's
You don't
not
like
horrible.
all the gray?
Well, yeah.
You don't like that it looks green from afar but gray up close?
Well, I put it to you, sir, that it's still their home jersey colors are still better than the Predators' home jersey colors, which is
Oh, that
just a
looks terrible.
big yellow assault of the senses. I know they say it's gold, but that's bullshit. That's as mustard yellow as it
Like
gets.
that jersey. You don't like that jersey?
But I like the Predators' white away jersey. That's a really good color scheme, but their home ones, I'm sorry, but
I like
that's
the gold
ugh.
jerseys from this year. The gold jerseys that are coming up from Adidas look terrible.
They're just horrible anyway.
I like the yellow.
If you're gonna go with gold, then you got to go California gold and Seals gold, brother. That's an acceptable gold.
We can all agree it's better than their mustard color that they had from years past.
True. On that, we can all agree. Yeah.
Sean, do you like the new Adidas stuff, Sean?
Adidas, I'm not good with that European company.
No,
not really buying it. You know, I don't. What I don't like is change just to change. I mean, I don't like. You know, if you're gonna do something and you're gonna come in, then make a splash, do stuff. But this whole just to change and you add a stripe or you add, I don't know. I don't know why you have to do it. Everybody does it. You know, the NFL does the same thing when Nike came in, and you know they change it a little just so they can throw this, and it looks like you're not wearing the team jersey. Thing. Major League Baseball is going to do it now that they're going to be in the new underwear jerseys. That whole thing and the different things that go out, I get, but where hockey jerseys are a little different is because of how expensive they are. I mean, it's you're talking for a good jersey, you're talking $300. That's not a small investment. And if you go to a Caps game, or I'm sure it is anywhere else, but all I can speak of is Caps games in this respect. Every single fan that's a true fan is wearing a jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. I would, me personally, my fiance at one point bought me a Redskin sweatshirt. She's like, "You wear it?" I was like, I never wear sports teams. That's not something I do. I don't wear jerseys. I have my face-off hockey jersey. If I want to wear that, that's what I'd wear to a game. I wouldn't wear a Caps jersey, but I do think it's crazy what they're doing. Coming up with draft hats, and they did this with the All-Star game, an All-Star hat. mean, at what point is it too much? I mean, it's getting out of control.
As long as there's money to be made, Sean. As long as there's money to be made, that's why they do it. But I agree with you. You know, I mean, it's to the point of ridiculous. You know, just now. Though I gotta admit, when I was at the draft in Buffalo last year, I did buy my wife a hat. Yeah. She wanted a draft hat, so I bought her a draft hat.
Yeah,
So
what I think is ingenious, and the NHL is the first team or league to do this, when they switched from the home and the away jersey, that was an absolute way to just sell the different jersey and not have to make it something where you're bastardizing the jersey, where everybody now bought the dark color jersey because that's what you wore. You rock the red at home or whatever it ended up being. They're the only sports league that's ever tried that gimmick, and to me, that wasn't a gimmick, and that worked better than I could imagine the sales that year when they did that went through the roof. I really do. That's what I would like them to do, is maybe say, hey, let's go back and make the white the home jersey and flip-flop it that way, as opposed to doing what they're doing now.
But really, and what that was essentially they were going back to the way it used to be. Back up until I think the late 60s, early 70s, it always used to be home. You know, the home colors were white, and the dark, you know, your dark color jersey was your away jersey. So yeah, they just kind of went back to tradition after 3 decades or whatever. But as you said,
and it's funny because
brilliantly.
people don't think that's tradition. People think that the white was always a home color.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, you look at you look at games from the 70s and 80s, any game on YouTube, and you know you watch Caps games on YouTube, and you're going to see that they're wearing white jerseys at home and the dark jerseys in away.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, look, I grew up, obviously, when the Caps first came to Washington. So for me, as a hockey fan, all I knew was white was the home jersey and red was.
Though I have to say, I like the fact that they went back and made, as you said, because it was a good marketing scheme. As you said, like you look at it for Washington, you rock the red when you're at home. I do. That was one change I was on board with. I do like, the darker colors are your home jerseys.
But I didn't see that gimmick that we're just going to change a jersey just to change a jersey. I think now that they've done this, they're just. I mean,
wasn't that what third jerseys are for, though?
Yeah, but I mean, not to move the camera on everybody and get excited. But you look at sports and you look at where it is. The Yankee jersey is the Yankee jersey. It doesn't change, and it's unique and it's different things like that. You look at other sports, the football jerseys. Pretty much, a Colts jersey is a Colts jersey. There isn't a massive difference in that. The NHL has franchises like the Rangers, or the Ranger jersey or the Bruins jersey. They don't need to change and gimmick those type of jerseys, and yet they keep selling generation after generation after generation. What I'd like them to do is, look, if the Predator jersey doesn't sell and the numbers don't do that, then you do change the jersey. But if the jerseys are hitting good numbers and people are wearing them, then why not just stick with it? It's like the Capitals red with stars jerseys. We went to those black jerseys. Those were disastrous.
Yeah.
Scotty's the only one that liked that jersey.
I still have one.
I still got one, too. But, by the way, first off, the time they switched from white on the road home was what year? Take a guess, somebody.
1998.
Switched away.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, switched to white on the road. I'm sorry, Lyle. Before, so when they went from the early years.
Well, you asked me a Jeopardy question. What are you asking?
When did they first go to white at home?
White at home.
What was that?
I'll just say 68 with the expansion.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 71.
Mark.
59.
Johnny.
I'm going to say 1978 with the expansion of Johnny P entering the world.
Exactly. Lyle, your closest 1970-71 season was the year that they switched over.
Wow.
But Sean wins because you went over.
What I was gonna say though is, to Sean's point, it's a great marketing scheme because you don't want 30 teams having whiteouts for their playoffs.
No, that's yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, 16. The 16 teams that make the playoffs. But literally, like, what are you going to do? You're going to either hand out a whole bunch of colored T-shirts to everybody and be like, hey, please wear these and not your white home jersey. Or you're going to let everybody wear colored jerseys at home.
Here's the good point about Johnny. Did you say something about how these jerseys would have to be customized, or were we just talking?
No, well, what I had heard was that they were that they weren't selling blank Adidas jerseys. That whoever the Reebok jerseys or whoever were making the jerseys that were being sold on Fanatics for the replica would have blank jerseys, but the Adidas jerseys themselves wouldn't be blank.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think
the names on the back.
You would have to get
without a
name on the back.
numbering kit.
Yeah. So for the Vegas Golden Knights, their prices were released for an official jersey. So this is authentic jersey. Here's the pricing. And I guess the authentic jersey you can get them non-customized. I assume the replica jerseys, if you don't get a player name, it'll just have like 17 and like the team name or some horse shit. So for a official jersey non-customized, it is $200. So an authentic jersey is $200. A customized jersey is $265.
It's not a big deal. You just walk in, you go to Concourse 101, you lay $100 on black, it hits it, and then you go buy your jersey right there. It's cost you $100. Bargain.
It's true.
I imagine like Vegas being like, if you like being like, what's the movie Rollerball? The thing, that's what I would love to see. Like you go outside in the concourse and they have betting things and they have a roulette window and you're like, you know what, I want a Coke. I'm going to put $50 on red. I buy my Coke. Simple as that.
Don't you love how Sean and I have the same ideas? Didn't I go through the whole thing about how beer price should be on a roulette wheel? And you can pay it. You can get it on the cheap and get like a $6 beer, but you might also pay a $12 beer. Are you willing to take that chance?
Well, that's the thing is you had a set price, but then you had like a roulette wheel where you could play more or less.
Yeah, true story. I like how Sean and I. It's like we live together.
I know, right? It's
like you slept in the same room for 3 years or something. You know?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, so I'm looking at some of the jerseys. The Vegas Golden Knights jersey, it still looks green to me a little bit, like on first glance. But whatever. I like the jersey.
I wonder if they'll credential me for the first game if I don't go.
Wait, what?
If I get credentialed for their first game. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to the game. There's a lot of things to do in Vegas that are more important than hockey,
well, all you have to do is just pick up your credential, and that's that.
I mean, could you get comped a room? And then, get your credential that
Can he
way?
get comped a room? Can he get comped a room?
Well, I don't know. Still, I mean, that was back.
I mean, let's be honest. This is the same person that we're talking to. That when Laura and I got stuck in Vegas on the way home from Vancouver, I talked to Sean, and literally 15 minutes later, he said, "All right, go to this casino. You have a room. It's $50."
I did.
Nice.
I did. What draft was that you guys got stuck in? Was that L.A.?
It was Vancouver.
Vegas or Vancouver on the way home. Yeah.
Was that after the was that the famous one with the hair herpes? Was that
Yes,
one?
It was that one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was when Laura had to buy underwear in Las Vegas because she didn't have any that were clean left.
You know what's ironic? Just to throw that out there, and this is why those assholes at the NHL should understand that. This year's draft was worse than that, and you think of all the shit that went down in Vancouver, in the hotel, and the guy staring at you guys when you were in the room, and
I don't think that happened.
Lying by the stalker and all that stuff. And that was a better draft than what happened with you having to watch soccer. They should apologize for you have to go watch soccer because no American.
I did also drink 6 Guinness in a day as well.
You had to go watch soccer. I think you can go to court for that now. I'm pretty sure about that.
Gentlemen,
Come on.
I found Conquering Casino Craps.
Where, online or
on the Amazon?
No.
There's only 5 left in stock new.
Uh-oh.
By John Golhan.
Ever. There's only 5 remaining that will ever be sold.
I might have that in my old house now. My ex-wife
It
might
was
not.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, my ex-wife might let me get in to get it, but I could ask Joey the other day if she could go down the bathroom and see if she could find it. Let me do that.
There's
My
also
8-year-old.
one. There's also one priced at $66.70 with $3.99 shipping. So you can get, $66.70, $66 bucks.
$66?
That's actually somebody who tried to use Concrete Casinos failed, and you're trying to pay their bail money.
He's trying to get it back.
That's not occurred.
So
yeah, we were joking around how it should have book signings and just sign Concrete Casino craps and hand them out to people.
The Kindle edition is only $6.14 if you want to get Conquering Casino craps on the Kindle. So got that going for you.
Have you ever wanted to write
It's
a
a great
book?
book. Look it up.
Lau did write a book, Sean.
I know. I know. You want to write another one? I'm saying like a Kindle book. You know what I mean?
Oh no! That was maybe if I pack this in, in 10 years' time, maybe I'll go back and through my vast plethora of garbage I've written over the years and see if I can pull out the best bits, and maybe I'll compile them and do it that way. But yeah, no, I haven't had. To be honest, I don't have time. I really don't have time. Writing a book is a lot of damn hard work, and I mean, I give it up to our buddy Greg Wyszynski for writing. He's done 3 now, I believe, if memory serves.
Well, one was a book of list. Two were a book of list. one was a list that took a while, and the other one he had co-writers on.
Yeah, but even so, it's still a hell of a lot of work. So.
I do like Sean Leahy's book. It's coming out after he signed a book deal after he got fired by Yahoo.
Oh, the tell-all.
Yeah, it's called Trail Mix in 66-degree Rooms. The Sean Leahy story. He's gonna yell at me because it's actually 63 degrees. I'm sorry, Sean.
Every time someone asks him to sign the book as well, all it says is no raisins. Sean Leahy.
And it's gonna say no raisins or fuck Mark Batanzo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of books,
no, he'd sign John's
to Mark. Fuck you.
To Mark. Fuck you. Oh, poor Lime.
Speaking of books, we found this at a thrift store in Fargo.
Oh my God, I remember that.
An original copy.
Wow, I ever remember that.
68 Stan Fischler.
Copy. Stan Fischler. Well,
50 cents.
That's why I literally every time I walk into a
75 cents. What are you talking about?
We got it at a cheap price because it was an old book.
The 75 cents in 1960 and $1968 today. That's $400.
Johnny, you were saying.
I was saying every time I go into a Goodwill, I always look in the book section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. It's good, like the crap that we've been able. Well, hell, we went to an antique shop and found that Nazi program from the Olympics, the Nazi Olympic program. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, 1936 Berlin Olympics. Yeah,
because it was the original one. Hold on, it's right here. I'll reach over and grab it.
It's right next to his back issues of Stormfront.
Yeah, exactly. Coming to get us, boys. Keep the neighborhood. Keep the neighborhood.
Scotty actually opened it and a bunch of Nazi propaganda fell out as well.
This is where we get kicked off our deal right now.
Yeah.
Scotty starts showing Nazi stuff.
Well, no, but the interesting thing is, of course, it's all German, but there's photos the photos are pasted in there. So
everything looks so innocent.
They're not actually on the paper.
No, they're pasted on the paper.
They don't look like they're planning to invade Poland at all.
That might be a first edition, that never went to press.
Yeah,
it might be an original program in the world.
Yeah,
could be.
It's
that's
it's a
good point.
It could be like one because here's the cover of it is the whole
oh boy oh boy I don't feel uncomfortable at all looking at that. No. But it is history.
Exactly. So.
And it comes in a manila folder. Those Russian.
Oh no, because we took it. Jen took it to UND to have it digitally scanned, so we can preserve it that way. because we found it. I think it was like $35 we bought this for.
This is like what was Lance the one who worked in the photography part of Maryland that got me the
head guy in charge of it.
Yeah, Lance was
yeah,
the
he
dude.
got me the lead bias over shooting over Michael Jordan photo that I have in the house.
I still have that too.
Stan, I'm still marveling that you got that copy of Stan Fischler's book of Bobby Orr and the Big Bad Bruins. Stan Fischler, listen, I grew up in the 70s, and Stan Fischler's books helped foster my love of the game. They really did. So it was so disappointing that he turned into a grouchy, crotchety old man, and started just going batshit crazy off the rails. It started in the late 80s when he ranked Denny Potvin above Bobby Orr as among the greatest
but you gotta
defensemen of all time.
You got to give him credit when the Islanders designed their mascot after him on the front of their jersey. I mean, that was
when they did the fish sticks jersey, yeah.
The ultimate to Fischler for him to be the.
It's true.
Yeah. But regardless of like I said, how kind of off the rails Stan's gone in his later life, I do appreciate the fact that the books he wrote back in the 70s, as I said, they really helped foster my love of the game. So hat tip to Stan for that. He was a good writer back in the day.
Good work, Stan. Appreciate it.
A good chronicler of the game's history.
Well, and you put credit because you see this now in journalism, because a lot of the ESPN and Fox personalities were journalists and have gone to television and embarrassments to a lot of their personalities in that. But you look at Stan as a writer, and most people don't remember him as that, and they remember him as the personality and the halftime guest.
Yeah,
that was the American Don Cherry. I hate to be critical, but that's what they kind of tried to make him, was the equivalent of Don Cherry in America. That's never going to happen.
And they never should have done that. There's only, for better or for worse, there's only one Don Cherry. So, I think they're trying to make Mike Milbury into it, and it's just not. It's just, it's just making Mike look worse than he already is. Why does anybody take any advice from Mike Milbury? That's what I don't understand.
Because he beat a man with his own shoe. I think
exactly. I think maybe that's why.
They either don't want to get beaten up with his shoe, or they want to learn how.
And you trust that man with your life.
I just like the fact that there was. I just like the fact that after Game 6 of this year's playoffs are over, they were trying to do a post game, and a Nashville Predators fan was just giving it to Mike Milbury, just telling him, "Fuck you, Milbury!" Like, this is on the air. "Fuck you, Milbury! You fucking suck! Get out of here! Get out of Nashville! Fuck you, Milbury!" Like, that was fantastic, man. That fan was saying what so many fans want to say to Mike Milbury, but by the same token, probably aren't brave enough or drunk enough to do it, because Mike Milbury is a big man. I'll give you that. Physically, he is an imposing specimen.
There you go.
Yeah. But still. That was still one of the funniest things I've seen this year. It was that fan all liquored up telling him to get the fuck out of Nashville.
Well, as long as he's employed by NBC, I'd feel safe yelling at him. Now, he gets fired by NBC, and I'm seeing him in an alley. I'm probably not saying the thing. So.
By the way, another great story coming out of Nashville. They fired their anthem singer. So that
what? They went on good terms.
They hadn't offered him a deal to come back. And he said, "Well, I don't think I'm going to come back." And saying because they put all these country singers, including the captain's wife, up there to sing the anthem during the playoffs. But I'm a good man. Dennis K. Morgan, hire her now.
But but by the same token, I mean, on the one hand, I understand why the Predators did that the way they did, because I mean, let's face it, especially as the team advanced and and they were getting closer to the final, they really wanted to really whip up excitement and kind of draw attention that hey, look, rest of the NHL, we are a hockey market. We've been a hockey market for a while. You're just discovering us now, and look what we bring. We have excitement. We have country music stars and blah blah blah. But on the other hand, I can also see Dennis K. Morgan's side of the story too, because he'd been employed with them for how many years? At least 10.
He's saying like 185 games for them, which
Look, Dennis K. Morgan, I'll tell you this real quick. I mean, you're in Nashville. You can walk outside and find a singer wherever you want. The fact that the Predators spent money for an anthem singer where they could have just gone right down to any place in that city and got a singer and been the next hot thing, that's what they should be doing anyway. I hate to be, not to be mean, but
no,
that's what Nashville should absolutely be doing. Now, in the playoffs, you get the big name stars and X, Y, and Z, but there's no reason to spend money to whatever the gay guys, Mike Gay something, whatever his name is. You know, he
what? Wait, what?
What's his name? Mike Gay something. What's his name?
Dennis K. Morgan. You were never close.
Dennis K. Morgan. That guy, the fact that he got money is crazy to me. I mean, it'd be
they gave him they gave him a contract. They signed him to a contract. So I can understand his side of it. It's like you signed him to a contract. I mean, they didn't do this really before, I don't think. In any previous playoff games, I think he also sang the anthem in previous years there in the playoffs.
Win.
So that's not his fault, is it?
Somebody else, they start winning.
They had a they had a contract. I mean, the point is, I can see his side of it. That's all I'm saying. I can see his side of it. I can see why he'd be upset. But by the same token, though, I can also see what you're saying, Sean, when you say, yeah, you're in friggin' Nashville. Hell, if the ghost of Johnny Cash walks in and says, I want to sing the anthem, they're going to dress him up, let him sing the anthem.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exclusive to Nashville. That's for anyone. If zombie Johnny Cash.
Oh, hell yeah.
Elvis, though. Elvis not allowed to.
Yeah, the problem with zombie Johnny Cash though is that when he brings the Ring of Fire, it kind of puts a hole in the ice. So we don't want to.
He does
probably
bring us the Ring of Fire. Well, you know what they say. What do you get when you cross country music with heavy metal? Johnny Cash.
There you go.
There you go. To be expected.
Why did they hire Pierre Turgeon as an offensive coordinator? Why do they call it an offensive
515 career NHL goals. That's
no. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's great. I don't think you can run a split receiver route, Lyle, in hockey.
I know.
Call it an
that
offensive
was kind of
coach
interesting.
and not an offensive coordinator.
I know, right? I had a good chuckle over that too. We're an offensive. Yeah, what next? I mean, are we going to start calling? We're going to start calling it half court when they've got the puck at center ice now? Is that what it's going to be? They're at half court.
I do kind of have a weird question though. Is there a rule against using electronic devices to talk to people on the bench? Like, can an offensive coordinator, quote unquote, if that's what we're calling him, can he sit in the press box and talk to the people on the bench?
Oh yeah, they actually do it. They actually do.
That is
They
interesting.
do have people scouting the game that do that. Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, okay.
Soccer just
Offensive
recently
coordinator,
allowed it.
i.e. scoring coach. But you know what? I don't even think bringing in Turgeon is going to help them out unless they can bring in some more scoring. Because the problem wasn't that they needed an offensive coordinator. The problem is they needed more people who could actually score goals. Because after Jeff Carter and Anze Kopitar and yeah, Tyler Toffoli and Tanner Pierce, is not a hell of a whole lot there.
Yeah,
not
maybe
on the forward lines.
I think they're better off bringing Kurt Warner again as the quarterback.
There you go.
LA. There we go.
There you go.
But he came up that yard short.
It's true.
Did he go back to restocking supermarket shelves again after he retired?
I hope so.
That would be so cool.
I hope he's playing in the Arena League.
I hope that he's playing in the Arena League, and then in the off season he's stocking shelves again. Not because he has to, just because of the love of it.
The Arena League's like 5 teams, and Leonsis owns 2 of them. It's a joke now. It's crazy. Bon Jovi, Leonsis owns 2. There's a team in Tampa, and that's it. Joke.
And the tens of people enjoy it.
So what you're saying is this arena football fad is finally dying out, is what you're telling me.
No, they fractured into multiple leagues. It's turned into the AHL, where you have one team playing this amount, and you don't know who the hell the champion is. That's
true.
It's like Scotty's article. I couldn't agree more. Either beat the league or create a new league.
Oh, so it's like FIFA in a way.
Some ways.
Yeah.
It's nobody cares. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, I don't know.
I was never a big fan of arena football anyway.
I love arena football. Yeah, I'll tell you what, have you ever been to an arena game?
No, I can honestly say now that's something that, yeah, if I went to it, I probably would really enjoy it.
I've been to one in my life. I was bored in San Jose, and it was the only thing to do at like 12 o'clock. I actually bought tickets online. I thought it was the Arena Bowl, and it wasn't. The Arena Bowl was the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to the arena, I had tickets for the next week, and I'm like, crap. So then I bought tickets and I sat. But it's awesome because it's everything's right in front of you.
Yeah,
you go for it. There's no punts. The kicks are live. The quarterbacks are good. I mean, the quarterbacks are really, really good.
Well, you'd have to be a pinpoint passer in that limited space. You got to be.
I mean, and there's no running around the pocket. It's get rid of the football, and but it's the speed of Canadian football where people are coming off lines and getting the ball well, but it's not. And what I hate about football is the commercials and how long it takes. And it's hey, score a touchdown, the clock's running, kick the next ball off. I mean, and you're inside. It's air conditioned. I mean, how worse could that be? You know what I mean? It's and if they throw the ball in the stands, you get to keep the ball. I was nowhere near a ball, but I mean, it's
it's a nice feature.
but now that Washington finally got a team, and I really got excited, I'm like, man, I'm going to go watch this and that, and then I found out, before Washington, Baltimore now gets a team, so he owns 2 teams. Then I find out, wait, there's only 5 teams in the league. I remember the Arena Football League was like forever. There was Arizona, and then there was an LA team, and nothing like that anymore. It's 5 teams. They're all on the East Coast. John Bon Jovi owns 1. Leonsis owns 2.
So it's basically the indoor lacrosse league.
That yes,
and the indoor soccer league.
I went to a Blast game. Joey sang a national anthem at the Blast game. That's some crap. I'll tell you that right now. That's bad soccer. That's like watching the MLS right there. That's
wow.
That's painful.
Zing.
You don't get to keep the soccer ball if they kick it in the stands either.
They should in the MLS. They don't even kick. They used to kick when they scored a goal. They kick balls. They come out and they kick balls in the stands.
That was the Warthogs. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't know. It's a shame with our kids that we grow up with no indoor soccer that's really good. Indoor lacrosse stinks. The Arena League's now bastardized. I mean, all they have to watch is the No Hockey League, and that's fine, except they won't let Johnny in to watch the draft. I mean, sad.
No, they got esports now, Sean. Like Robert Kraft's investing $20 million into it, so yeah, they can watch people play.
I did find Sean. You need to look on Fox Sports 1 every once in a while. They had a drone racing league. I feel like drone racing is something that you would enjoy.
I have my own drone. I am not keen on this new FAA where I can't fly it where I want to fly it. I have to do some training, which is not really cool. And so I'm working on that. But drones are cool. I mean, you can do some. Yeah. The racing thing, though, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't know. That's a little bit much for me. But
it's basically NASCAR. You're just watching it for the crashes.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you use your drone for, Sean?
Do video stuff. Do panoramic stuff for shots, and I did a campus tour
of all that broadcasting.
I did a campus tour of a school and did one of my field. I mean, you can do some cool stuff. I mean, it really is amazing what you can do with the drone. But the racing league, I don't know. I laugh because I was messing with our kids at camp today, and I was like, yeah, when I grew up as a kid, there was 5 channels. And you actually had to get up to change the channel if you wanted to watch something. So you watch things. I think now there's so much stuff on TV that it's garbage. I mean, I watched darts the other night. I mean, I was sitting there going, wow, not that I like darts, number one, but the guy yelling the numbers. That's just,
180!
I'm watching it going, and then at some point they start randomly singing songs. And I'm like, why are they singing songs? What's going on right now?
It's Europe.
Drone League never got to that point where it fascinated me. Darts on whatever that new channel's called. It used to be something. It used to be like Fox World or World. They have Russian hockey on sometimes. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, is
beIN Sports?
beIN Sports, yeah.
No, it's not being sports. It's like 11 Sports now. It used to be called.
It is
World
called
Sport.
11 Sports. There's an
There you
11
go.
Sports channel.
All
Right. It used to be called like World Sport. It sold it.
What
So-
happened to 10 Sports Channel?
What?
I think it's
What
around.
happened to 10 Sports Channel?
This
It's
one,
been
but no,
a
this no. This one goes to 11 though.
First of all, Mark, in November, when your son can't sleep, you're going to be watching some darts. I'm just telling you.
Who says he's not watching it now?
Yeah.
You're right, it might be. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you're like, why don't you go to sleep, little Patanzo, you're going to be watching darts. You're gonna
Sean,
see it.
That's when I'm gonna get an email the next morning that's basically like, can you explain the rules of cricket to me?
Yeah.
Sean, are you living in PG County still?
No, I am in Silver Spring now. I am.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Montgomery County, moving up in the world.
Wow. I was gonna say if you were in the AA with Johnny, you can go down to Frank's Den and join the darts league there.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Could I go to Frank's Den and just stand like in the room
Yes.
and shout out the
Yes.
numbers when people throw things?
Yes.
Do you think they'd allow me to do that? I feel like I would get a dark.
120.
what's the dancing part? That's the songs and the singing. What's that all about? I don't understand.
They're drunk Europeans.
That's my point. Who is there? Somebody's got to help me with that.
For with what?
Do we have anybody? Does Phil know? Can we get Phil on this? Phil and Anna? They know what the singing's all about?
It's
They
just
might.
drunk
They're-
Europeans. I'm sure that, I mean, they could tell us that, but I'm sure that that's pretty much what it is.
Dasky, it's her criminal past might know it. I mean, do that. You might understand it. Maybe Australian.
Apparently, according to Reddit, there are songs that get chanted that are called "Could You Be Less?" Oh no, "Could You Be Less Precise?" is not the name of the song. Oh, that would be a great chant to yell at someone, especially in Britain. That sounds like a really British insult. Could you be less precise? Especially when talking about darts.
But Johnny, what you can do
Sure.
is if you're not allowed to shout random numbers, you can actually leave there in shame and then go through the drive-through to get your drive-through liquor, as Frank's Den has.
What if I drive through
Okay.
and they're like, what do you need? And I'm like, 180 beers.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Please.
Well, it just
do that.
shows how much better the Europeans are in math than the American kids. Because with this new math, there's no way our kids could sit
Oh,
there
the
and
new
mine.
math is goddamn brutal.
Oh, it's no way in hell we'd be able to do that. Our kids would be
Like, what the fuck
there's
is
no way.
liters? Like, I don't
Right,
get it.
exactly.
Like, metric? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
no. Yeah, definitely Celsius. I get it. I understand how But no, the whole new math thing and the guy. It's like I said, it's worth it. So if you're tuning in the podcast, you don't know what I'm talking about. 11 Sports. It's on somewhere between 11 and 1 o'clock. Some random nights. Just turn it on, normal, and you will be mesmerized by the guy yelling the number and then whatever freaking songs. And if you can figure out what the hell they're singing and why the hell they're singing it, besides Scotty, they're drunk. There's got to be more reason than that. There really does.
No,
Like
it's a
you
medieval
want-
time. It's a medieval time, but with darts.
Well, I'm saying, did they win? Did they sing because they won? Did they sing because it's a commercial break? I'm still confused what's going on.
It's
That's my point.
They sing as it's a commercial for
Commercial.
Now we're going for Guinness. Now we're going for Guinness.
Well, at the end of December of last year, apparently there was a chant. It was called "I want to stay here and drink all the beer." Is one of the chants that they do at darts. Please don't take me home. Please don't take me home. I just don't want to go to work. I want to stay here and drink all the beer. Please don't take me home. In some sort of chanting that I don't have.
A lot of them are also set to music that we know.
That at the Face Off Hockey Show at one point? Did we start that chant?
That was one of
Yeah, I
the
think so.
Thanksgivings.
Actually, no. What we started to sing, I don't want to go to work. I just want to bang on my drum all day, and then it just went into that song.
Yes.
We just sang the chorus for 2.5 hours.
They're the things
think
you
we're
learn
still
on
in
the
the
Face
basement.
Off Hockey Show.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are we still?
Yeah.
doing
There was really nothing except there was nothing except coaching changes and a drunken Alex Ovechkin singing Rasputin.
Yeah. That's.
I
Yeah,
don't- I don't-
we're definitely into the dog days now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
And I
Kid
don't
Rock is
believe
running for U.S. Senate.
Russian propaganda. I don't believe any of that stuff. Nothing's happening. He did not sing drunk. I don't want to see that.
That did, yeah, exactly.
Did you say that the American Badass is trying to become a senator?
Yes. We recognize the senator from Michigan. I believe he's, for the record, it was ba da da ba da bang bang diddy diddy
no,
ba.
here's what's gonna happen, Lyle.
Okay.
Sean Spicer's gonna be like, or who is the Paul Ryan's gonna be like, we recognize the representative from Michigan. What's your name again? My name is Keith. Does it like that?
Yeah.
I
And
can't
so
wait
on.
though until he like gets the floor and he goes up and like in the middle of a sentence there's the radio edit, and then he just keeps talking.
Yes.
And he's gonna bring up Joe. He's gonna use Joe C's liver stuff as a thing for more health care, which I think is good. I need more health care for midgets.
More healthcare is good.
President. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, when The Rock's president.
The Rock's gonna be great.
There you go.
Imagine that debate. Donald Trump and The Rock. That.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's no
He will.
chance.
He will.
No
He will
chance in
whoop
hell.
his Rudy Poo candy ass.
What's your
No.
stance on healthcare? It doesn't matter what your stance is.
Hello,
I couldn't
Angela Merkel.
think
Do you
of
like
a- I
pie?
couldn't think of a better. I couldn't think of a better running mate though than Stone Cold as well. So I feel
Well,
like
yeah, he
he's gonna
just
make
yeah
it
he
happen.
just delivered stunners and that was it. I mean, short though blessedly the shortest vice presidential debate ever.
Sure, it would be great. It would actually be.
That's true, but
It'd be
it'll be
streamed on
weird though when
Instagram.
Chelsea Clinton is throwing in beers from the stands.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
This is the world we live in.
What it starts to become the California governor's race from years ago, is what it happens, and
Yeah.
here we are. Rest
Oh,
in peace,
well.
Gary Coleman.
I don't remember that race.
You don't?
No.
You don't? When Gary Coleman was running for governor, that's how I got Schwarzenegger got elected.
Yeah.
No.
That was
First time you already left?
2003.
No, this is when they recalled Gray Davis, and then everyone and their mother decided to become
Yeah.
a politician.
Corey Girl did it. They had Gary Coleman
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of people. That one, I don't think that was Schwartz. I think Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, no, it
already
was
in.
No, that was Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that was the Schwarzenegger one, bud.
Wow.
Yep.
I thought he was already in. I thought Schwarzenegger left, and that's why that happened.
Now, this was 2003, where the recall of it, and then Schwarzenegger won 48% of the vote over Cruz Bustamante.
Things you learn on the Face Off Hockey Show.
Yeah, it's California election coverage. The list of ballots of candidates was just
I
amazing.
think Lyle just dropped himself.
That's fine. Listen, this son of a bitch, every fucking time we get him on here, he decides to
That
drop himself.
was-
I swear to God, if he
weird,
does it again, we're going to fucking have an
Yeah.
error.
No, seriously, guys, I did nothing that time. That was just all of a sudden just whoop. I was like, what the no?
Yep.
So, I don't know what the hell that was. It's the first time when I did that. Yeah, I was trying to trying to close my Twitter one, and I accidentally hit this one. This one, I'm just talking away, and all of a sudden, whoop.
Illusion. See how it is. Emails to NHL about Crosby. I get it. Dan. We must keep the Penguins and the Capitals, regardless of where they finish to play in the second round. We will send emails, and we will make that happen.
There it is. So oh God, how many people were on here? There were a lot of people. A lot of people on this list.
We checking the election. We checking something else. We checking.
I'm checking the
petition. What are we looking?
California election ballot.
Okay.
It said, "Shall Gray Davis be recalled?" And then candidates to succeed Gray Davis. Man, I'm trying to find some noteworthy names. Trek Thunder Kelly. He is an independent business executive / artist.
Yeah.
Van Vo. He is a Republican and radio producer. Angeline. She's an independent and an entertainer. I give you 7 guesses what they are.
7 guesses what the entertaining part
And the
is.
first 6 don't count.
Mm-mm.
God, where
Is there a copier involved?
Zing. God, who else? There's not really that many good names. Just random ass people. Oh, here we go. Kurt E. Tikazi Reitmeyer. He is an independent and a middleweight sumo wrestler. Ned Ross.
Enough to compete. What's a middleweight sumo wrestler?
He's a sumo wrestler who's in the middleweight division.
What does that mean? If you're middleweight, you're really not a sumo. Like, middleweight sumo wrestler.
So what's a heavyweight sumo wrestler by comparison? Then?
A regular sumo. What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. How can you have a different? You're either a sumo wrestler or you're not.
There are different tiers of sumo wrestlers, Sean.
There's no different tiers.
Yeah. What about the cruiserweight sumo division?
The cruiserweight, featherweight sumo. That's what I want to see.
Run around and jump on the roof. What are we talking about here?
Sean,
no other. That's bull.
Sean, here's the thing. There are 6 sumo divisions.
Well, of course there are.
What are you doing? What are you doing? There's one. It's like there was one before we bombed you. There's one.
Oh, wow.
Well then.
Though to be fair, they bombed you first, so yeah.
Well, that's after they took Amelia Earhart. After that, then
yeah. For no reason, when they captured and beheaded Amelia Earhart, for absolutely no reason. Yeah.
Mary Cook was part of this. She, also known as Mary Carey, is an independent adult film actress.
Yes.
I told you that.
She liked to be abreast of the issues. Hey, oh, kill me.
Mary Carey.
Harry Carey.
Wow.
Mary
She's
Carey is with the voice of Harry Carey. That's disturbing.
Hot dog. Would you eat yourself?
Hi.
That's just disturbing.
If you put this hot dog where the sun don't shine.
I think we lose our spot if we go any farther with that.
Yeah. That's as far as it can go.
The first recall election of a governor. Can you guess where it happened?
Maryland.
Incorrect.
Alaska.
Incorrect. Mr. Crackly Pants.
Oh man.
Not
How
New
took
York.
this long?
Johnny.
South Dakota.
Close. It's North Dakota.
Oh!
1921.
How do we not get that? Because nobody cares. Why would Scotty care other than if it was North Dakota?
Well, there's been three recall elections. 3 recall elections of governor. 1921, 2003, 2012.
Who was the 2012 one again?
It was Scott Walker of Wisconsin. And he
right.
He was the first to survive the recall vote.
Right.
Yeah. It was probably because after that trade to the Caps when he did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They wanted to
yeah.
ask.
He never
A lot
should
of-
have left Nashville. I mean, that's where he rocked it there.
And is this the point of the podcast 2 hours in where people question why the hell they were listening? Because we're now talking about governor recalls. It's where the point they go, damn you guys, I was really waiting for that tidbit of information, that Yager trade, and now you're talking governor elections.
It's fine. It's fine. Everyone knew from the word go when you said you're going to distract us. They knew they were in it for a show.
Yeah.
Not a hockey.
Yeah.
So,
No, everybody did know because I've only been on twice in 2 years. You told me. So
it's true.
those people have come to the conclusion that you guys really talk about hockey, which is not the mission statement of this show. It's only 10% about hockey.
It was a show about life with 30% about hockey. Yeah. We've held true to that mission statement.
And I
you
will
know.
say this. I will say this. The past couple weeks, we've talked a lot of hockey.
Oh boy,
That's my point.
Have we ever?
I think the coaching changes. They can wait. I'm sure.
Oh, forget. Who cares?
I
There's
We can talk about them next week.
Okay.
What are we
Okay,
really gonna
yeah.
talk about next week?
Yeah, save it for next week.
I mean,
I
come
mean,
on.
I said.
yeah, let's
We'll talk about Ted Nolan coaching the Polish team and how Mariusz Czerkowski got screwed.
I
yeah.
already talkady Ted Nolan. I already insulted him. We already
That's
got through
true.
that one.
You did. insult him.
Listen, guys, I got a book, but
You got a book. What is it called?
I got a
your
book,
book.
and I got a book, and it's called "How to Gracelessly Exit a Radio Show." There you go.
All right, there you go.
All
All right,
There you
Lau.
go. It was good seeing you again, Sean. Stop back in more often, buddy. Seriously.
Hey, I will. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Seriously, it's always fun talking to you.
Congratulations on your basketball gold medal. It's nice that you guys have
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Moving on up in the world. Moving on up. College ranks next, buddy. College ranks next.
Our state speak is Puerto Rico first, now Canada. It's amazing.
There you go. It's the end of the world as you know it. Okay. Talk to you guys next week, man. Take care.
Right. See you, Lyle. There you go. Lyle Richardson, SpectresHockey.net, thehockeynews.com, PI Guardian, Island Guardian, and the Bleacher Report for the slideshows. All right. Well, that's it. Johnny, what kind of shows do you have this week?
Numbers. That's my concern. One of the numbers the kid lives in, the other one he doesn't.
Okay.
That's my concern. Is those two numbers.
He is in proximity, is what you're telling us. He is either one or t'other. Oh, I hope you go there one time and you see the old studio, and there's a Chick-fil-A honey mustard packet just laying there. That is my wish.
My thing is Weasel's towel on the rack in the bathroom. Yeah, that he come in at random, take a shower.
Maybe one of his kids is there too.
On the towel?
But well. Also, I want to say that I did pull the Chick-fil-A packet thing on Johnny too, and I haven't been there in like 2 years.
I left it where it was, so
you should have. Larry Flint was also in this gubernatorial race. He was a Democrat, oddly enough.
No, but as it's timing down, I do want to say how proud I am that we were actually going, and I was pretty shocked when Johnny talked about it. Not that I was shocked that somebody would want us, but that somebody's come to their senses and realized that if you're going to create hockey coverage and actually have people that enjoy life, you should probably look at this show, because it's probably the epitome, other than the guys that put their nose up in the air and try to – if hockey did a better job of trying to get to the masses, I think there'd be more hockey fans, because it's a great sport. It's just, I don't know. It just drives me nuts sometimes what they do. It really does. They're almost happy with having the 1% of the pie that they have, in my opinion.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Johnny, shout-outs?
I have a shout-out. I'm going to Red Bull Arena for a USA Costa Rica qualifier. So that should be fun. That is in September. And I'm going to see Jake Owen at the power plant. Country.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Got some good things on the horizon. So,
nice.
Good shout-outs. Have a good day.
Shout-outs. Mark?
I'll keep it short since I'm crackly, apparently. Shout out to Bourbon Biggie Smalls, the Imperial Stout that I was drinking this evening from Three Notched. Fantastic. Well done. Good beverage.
Biggie S'mores. That's a great name.
And then shout out to our son, Darth Vader. Darth Vader and our son, I should say.
It's Darth Vader and son. There's no R in it.
I'm trying to read it backwards. Chill out. Darth Vader and son, Luke, by Jennifer Brown.
I heard that's a really good book too.
It's really it's very good from what I've read. I haven't gotten to the end yet, so don't spoil it.
I haven't read it. I've heard from people.
He's his father.
Oh, jeez, Sean. Spoiler alert.
Come on, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not new.
Plus the kid loses a hand, but
father. Come on, dude.
Spoiler alert, Sean. I like that. All right, Sean, shout-outs.
Sorry. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to hopefully some new people that'll be listening. Shout out to the new people that just left because I came on and won't be coming back now. And then
it's fine. They haven't got to Blog Talk Radio yet. It's okay. So
okay. Well, just one. I don't want to throw that name out there because I don't want to offend them in case something came through.
Oh, okay.
You know. So.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't know. Reading the emails.
Like that. And thanks for Johnny reaching out to me, even though it was to hack my email. But I appreciate him. I'm
Italian though. I'm not Russian.
Right. Well, no. You reminding me that I hadn't been on a while and I should, and I just happened to have a Wednesday that I can go. I didn't have my daughter this Wednesday, so I'm glad come in for a full 2 hours. It was fun.
It's good to have you. Good to have you back, Sean.
Definitely.
And relive the old days. So.
Is this the first All-American show that we've ever done? Were you in North Dakota the last time I was on? You were still in Canada, weren't you?
No, 15th anniversary.
Technically Canadian.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's not on the whole time. I'm saying
no. For the 15th, I was here. Like I moved in March, so
but I wasn't on. So I was just on partly on the 15th.
Yeah, you weren't home the whole time. So
and now
we're here.
Welcome back, Benedict.
Thanks. There we go. Gotta hear Johnny's cough through the mute. Fantastic.
Yeah, with the minus 60 decibel.
It's great. I love it. All right, sounds good. Shout out to spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. We should have flashed that before things happened. Sadly, we didn't. Shout out to Sean for coming back. It's always good having a fun time with Sean. Shout out to Leo Gallagher, comedian Gallagher, who was in this the recall election.
V. Gallagher?
I think it's Gallagher too. I don't know which one's real Gallagher anymore. Shout out to Possible New Apartments. Hooray. So
God,
studio
I hope that one of his gimmicks was that he just like put tax bills on top of like watermelons and hit them with hammers.
Oh, if only.
That would be.
He'd be leaving money on the table like Kevin Shattenkirk. If he did that. Shout out to Frank's Den because why not? Drive-through liquor store. Shout out. And that's it. That's all. We're done here. So for Johnny P. Mark of the Sea and Sean O, I'm Scotty Waz. Take care of yourself and someone else. This has been the Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's also our Tumblr. Check us out on Facebook, FOHS Radio, and Twitter, Face Off HGKY Show. But until next week, where God knows what the hell we'll talk about. Peace, everybody.